Are you worried about your irrigation or sprinkler system at your home? My name's Eli Hall. I'm with AMS Landscaping out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I am going to talk about the AMS sprinkler audit. This is kind of some of the things that we go over with the audit when you have us out and going and reviewing the entire property and just in regards with the irrigation system. So we actually start by just turning everything on and looking for the leaks right off the bat. That's the first thing. You want to just start running the system. It'll help so you can start noticing where the water is pooling, if it's pooling, if there's geysers, anything like that. With drips, sometimes it takes a little while to run them in order to even notice before if an area is even getting water, because sometimes the emitters can be buried deep in the ground. But we also go through the entire system. We like to look at the controller, which is the timer. A lot of timers, we actually have a date stamped on the back of them so you can actually see how old they are. And there's a lot of new technology out today with Wi-Fi timers that can be installed, and some of these timers have great warranties, like the AirTrawl rain dial has a 5-year warranty that comes with those, and it goes by the date stamp that's on the back of the timer. So they're just great to have, and just commercial grade timers just will last much longer, many years beyond the 5 years, but it's always good just to kind of know how old your timer is. So we'll go through that, make sure everything's running efficient, the appropriate amount of time for the season of the year, that sort of thing. The valve box is another thing we like to check. We like to look for, a lot of times soil gets all, surrounding the valves and you don't really get exposure to them, or you'll see pooling water in there if there's a valve leak. We'll want to go through and make sure that there's access to the valves so we can inspect the valves. And that's the next thing that we'll check, which is you want to make sure that the diaphragm is in good working order, the solenoid is making a good connection with the timer. And you can tell when they're getting kind of old. We like to report that to our clients as well, to be aware that some of them might be getting old, into the sense where just be on the lookout where if the sprinklers stop running altogether, or they don't ever stop running. That's another thing, where the diaphragm doesn't close completely. That can happen as valves get older. So that's something we'd like to look for and just check for the efficiency of. Next thing we like to do is just check all of the poly lines, all the drip lines, any type of PVC lines. If there's any exposed lines in the yard, we want to make sure those are getting covered up, just because any pipe that might be exposed to the sun is going to obviously wear it out much sooner and cause more issues with your system down the road. We also want to check to see if your emitters, or their location of both your sprinklers and your emitters, make sure you're getting proper coverage throughout your yard, or that your emitters aren't too close to, like maybe if you have a newly planted tree and it's been like 5 years and the emitters are still up close next to the tree trunk, you'll want to move those back. That's a great time to do that during a sprinkler audit. And we'll report all that stuff to you and make a full report so you can kind of see what needs to be done at your home. And we also make recommendations. There's a lot of technology coming out with pop-up sprinklers. A lot of us are moving over to MP rotators, which is a kind of a pop-up that has like a little stream that comes out. They use a lot less water. They give the ground more time to absorb the water, and they actually have much better coverage onto your yard so that you don't have these spots in your yard as much. So there are a lot of great opportunities to just show improvement in your yard. And that's what we do when we go through doing an audit. We just kind of check. We want to make sure all your sprinklers match. If you have an MP rotor system and maybe the wrong sprinkler head got added to that line, you're going to have one head that's dispensing way more water per minute than another head. And so that's important to make sure that everything's aligned, and that can happen over time if it wasn't replaced properly or correctly. So this is just some of the things that we can do. And when we're helping, what we look for, some of the things that we find, there's obviously a lot more that can be discovered in a sprinkler audit. But the good thing about an audit is you go through the system very thoroughly, making sure every plant has an emitter, the sprinkler heads are getting everything, there's no leaks, all that. And then, just a report of where recommendations can be made to possibly improve your landscape or just address the issues that need to be addressed. So if you have any other questions, feel free to contact us, AMS Landscaping, at azlawns.com. You can also give us a call at 602-944-0421. Also check us out on Facebook and YouTube at AMS Landscaping, and Instagram and Twitter at AZ Lawns. Make it a great day.